What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another RPG news and Nintendo gaming video. Today we've got a lot of big information across some of the biggest RPGs and games in the industry today at this point. Some new announcements, so it should be pretty good. But before we get into that, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and make sure to follow us on Twitter for the latest updates. Now let's go ahead and get right into this, and we're starting off with a classic franchise, 25 years total, and one of my favorite classic franchises out there. A brand new Star Ocean game has been announced. So the publisher Square Enix and developer PlayerEssence have announced Star Ocean: The Divine Force for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam. It will launch sometime in 2022. Now here is a little bit of a brief overview, because many of you guys probably don't know what Star Ocean is, or you've just heard about it in passing. So developed by PlayerEssence Inc., Star Ocean: The Divine Force will transport players to an expansive sci-fi fantasy world and take them on an exhilarating journey with fast-paced action combat, rich exploration, and an original story. With Star Ocean celebrating its 25th anniversary this year, Star Ocean: The Divine Force builds on that rich history with new features that are sure to delight players for many years to come. The debut trailer showcases various new and returning elements of the Star Ocean franchise that players should look forward to. You have super high-speed action battles, no random encounters. Players will seamlessly enter battles with enemies that populate the world. Players can float in the air, dive at enemies, and fly around areas. Richer exploration, climb towers, mountains, and venture into dark, vast valleys and investigate the castles and towns presented in the world. Showcasing a diverse cast of playable characters, Star Ocean: The Divine Force will tell a gripping story that seamlessly melds science fiction and fantasy elements and can be enjoyed by newcomers to the series and veterans alike. The game features dual protagonists, which offer different story perspectives and gameplay experiences. Raymond, the captain of the space trading ship, and Leticia, a princess knight of a kingdom of an underdeveloped planet. Fate will bring Raymond, Leticia, and several other allied characters together, all designed by renowned artist Eichmann, Star Ocean: Integrity and Faithlessness, and the Street Fighter series. So this is pretty cool. I'm very happy to talk about this game. There's even more features in the Star Ocean. Flying around, like I said, you can move around freely, exploring. Square Enix has a huge write-up on the series, what games you can play to get into it, and more. So I highly suggest checking that out. It's on their official channel. So I do want to say this real quick, because I've been playing Star Ocean games now for decades. I remember fighting the Ethereal Queen back in the day, whether it be PS2 or the First Departure, playing that game once again, whether it be PSP on the Super Nintendo originally, or the re-release that was recently on modern platforms as well. And this is great to see. Star Ocean was pretty bad the last time that it came around. And I'm not talking about Star Ocean First Departure R. That game's good, but the last major Star Ocean, the Faithlessness and Integrity, like that was just like a terrible game. It just wasn't good. So I think that they took their time and they're actually making something here. And so far from what I've seen, the combat doesn't look like amazingly good, nor does the graphics at this point, but I feel that it's a positive step from what we've got before. And I feel that this game could end up being extremely good. I think that it could end up being right there with Star Ocean 2 and some of the other best games if they actually follow through, making sure that the combat is very well done. So far from what I've seen, there's definitely tons of potential with this game, Star Ocean: The Divine Force. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of what they have to offer, but I love the seamless gameplay that they showed so far. I think the battles do look intriguing at this point. It's not up to the level of some of the other games that have came out recently when it comes to action RPGs, but it still looks good enough to at least check out when it does come out and see and follow up what they're going to do with this game. So very good there. So what are your thoughts on Star Ocean: The Divine Force, which definitely has a better name than the last game that came out when it comes to the last major release? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, guys, we've got a brand new trailer for Shin Megami Tensei V. It's called The World in Ruins. So Atlus has released a brand new trailer for Shin Megami Tensei V dubbed World in Ruins. Shin Megami Tensei V is due out for the Nintendo Switch on November 11th in Japan, November 12th worldwide. I am currently playing this game as you guys watch this brand new trailer. I'm 15 plus hours in, and if you haven't seen my Shin Megami Tensei content for the past week, make sure you check it out after watching this video. I have videos up on the game itself, why I think it's going to be a lot bigger than people are expecting, why this might be the best game for newcomers when it comes to getting into the Shin Megami Tensei franchise. There's so many things that this game does, especially if you're a Nintendo fan and you love games like Xenoblade Chronicles. This could be a game for you when it comes to certain game structure wise, why it's not like Persona 5 in many respects, and that's a good thing. I have tons of content, so even if you're not into Shin Megami Tensei, or even if you haven't played the games before and maybe you're just looking to see what this is about and why people are talking about it, this is definitely a game to check out with some of the content. It is very good so far from what I've played. Now, I can't show you guys actual footage and my previews and stuff like that right now at this point, but once I can, I'll definitely do so. But if you have any questions on Shin Megami Tensei 5, make sure you check out my videos and you'll see why this game is so good based off of my own knowledge on the game and based off of what I've been playing, plus the trailers. This is a phenomenal game on the Nintendo Switch, and I actually got a chance to play it on my OLED finally. I just got my OLED Switch, so I got a chance to check it out on there, and I also got a chance to play it on my OLED TV, and man, the game just pops. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Shin Megami Tensei 5. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing more of the game, and I'm also looking forward to seeing what the fans think about it when they get their hands on it, because it looks and plays just as good as you see in these trailers. So what are your thoughts, guys, on Shin Megami Tensei 5, this brand new World in Ruins trailer? Are you hyped for the game yet? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here. Nintendo has officially announced a brand new demo for Metroid Dread, one of the best games of the year and my front runner for Game of the Year this year. So if you haven't played Metroid Dread, this is your opportunity to do so for free if you have a Nintendo Switch system. So on Twitter, here's what Nintendo had to say. Time to amp up the Dread with an early Halloween treat. A demo for the critically acclaimed Metroid Dread releases now. As in right now, you can go play it. Now you can try Samus's latest adventure by downloading the demo on the Nintendo Switch eShop. Nintendo actually put up a page with some new art here that they put up, which was dope, or at least like some pumpkin carving. Not really art, it's like real. But Samus's face, they put a freaking light in there. This is awesome. All treat, no trick. Try Metroid Dread with a free demo this Halloween. Suit up as Samus Aran, and see what goes bump in the night on planet ZDR with a fun-sized bite of the Metroid Dread game. Download the free demo now from Nintendo.com or on the eShop on your device. Experience the eerie isolation of a remote alien world, face a relentless mechanical menace, and power your way through a section of what Shack News calls a sci-fi blast of brilliance that fans and newcomers alike will more than likely enjoy. Obviously, there's a ton of good reviews. It got a bunch of good ones out there. Metroid Dread, one of the highest rated games of the year, and I highly recommend this game. Metroid Dread is absolutely phenomenal. I made a ton of content on Metroid Dread, just discussing my thoughts, my review, some of the other reviews, what it proves, what I've been saying, the sales of the game. So you guys know, if you watch my channel, you know that I've been all over Metroid Dread. If you're someone new to the channel, definitely check out my Metroid Dread content if you're seeing if this game is going to be for you. Watch it on the channel, and then of course download the demo. So very good to see that Nintendo is doing a demo for Metroid Dread, and I think that's going to help with the sales of the game. That's going to help make sure that people understand, like, this gives everybody the chance to play Metroid Dread. And once again, having this demo is going to be up for a long time. It's going to facilitate those sales. It's going to make sure that Metroid is popular. It's awesome. It's good to see. If you have the Switch OLED, it pops on there. It looks fantastic. So yeah, very excited to see that they put up a demo for Metroid Dread now, to kind of convince people who weren't convinced at this point now to already go out there and get it. And heck, I've even already had people on my Twitter account say like, hey, I'm going to actually buy the game now that I played the demo and I know that I like it. So pretty cool stuff there. So what are your thoughts on Metroid Dread getting a demo? Are you planning on trying it out? Have you already tried it out? And have you changed your mind, or have you decided to buy it because you've played the demo now? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, guys. We've got a very good game that's been announced for the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and PS5 that was previously an Xbox One and Xbox Series and PC exclusive, or I guess it's not exclusive, but to those systems, it's coming over. Death's Door. This is one of the highest rated games of this year. Death's Door coming over to other platforms as well. So publisher Devolver Digital and developer Acid Nerve will release action-adventure game Death's Door for the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and the Nintendo Switch on November 23rd. The companies have announced. Additionally, Special Reserve Games announced that it will open pre-orders for physical editions of PlayStation 5 and Switch alongside the digital release on November 23rd. Death's Door first launched for the Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC via Steam on July 20th. So yeah, Death's Door is a really good game. It has really good combat. That's one of the things. The world is crafted in a certain way. It has like that isometric kind of Hades feel and camera work to it. It is a great game. It's one of the highest reviewed games of this year, and the fact that it's coming over to PlayStation and the Nintendo Switch in particular is a very good thing. I've always wanted to play this game, but I felt that it would come over to the Switch and PlayStation, but I'd probably buy it on Switch. I think having this type of game on the go and also on the TV would be great. I love my indie games or my smaller end games that type of way. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do, because I played a lot of Hades portable and I played a lot of Hades on the TV, kind of going back and forth. So it's good that it's coming out on the Switch as well, which I figured that it would, especially with Devolver Digital. They're always doing Switch projects. So very good to see Death's Door, one of the most critically acclaimed games this year, make its release on other platforms as well. So they got that Xbox money first, which is good. Those indie developers need it on there. All right, and moving on to the final topic. Nintendo recently released a brand new trailer for Triangle Strategy. It's called Challenge Your Convictions. In this trailer, you get a little bit of an overview about what Triangle Strategy is all about. Yes, the name might be a little bit weird, but you guys know how Square Enix and Nintendo do with these HD 2D games that are new. Stuff like Octopath Traveler, now Triangle Strategy. Weird names, big on the gameplay, very good games. And Triangle Strategy looks to be one of the best strategy RPGs I have ever seen when it comes to overall content, story fusing it with gameplay. This game looks like it's taking it to the next level, and I am not exaggerating here, especially with this brand new Challenge Your Convictions trailer. Nintendo did state on the official channel, it says, test the weight of your convictions in this upcoming turn-based strategy RPG from Square Enix. The decisions you make as Sernoa, here to the Wolfer, will impact the path the story takes and ultimately its outcome. Who will rise and who will fall? Very good trailer here. Very good to see Square Enix and Nintendo work together to bring this type of the HD 2D games to the Nintendo Switch. And I think that it's a underdeveloped type of story when it comes to some of the exclusives or games built specifically, not in the highest line of, oh my gosh, this is AAA Square Enix Final Fantasy, but just some of these games that are really big on the core RPG elements. Stuff like Octopath Traveler, stuff like Bravely Default 2, now also this game as well, Triangle Strategy. This looks to be maybe the best out of the lot. Out of the 3-pack, this game might be the best one. Now, I don't have a particular preference when it comes to action RPG or turn-based RPG or strategy, which one I like more so than not. It all depends on what the game does, the story surrounding the game, the combat flow, the gameplay. So I'm not leaning into it any one way or another when I talk about Triangle Strategy. But if you just look at overall, I've covered all of these different games that Square Enix has been doing exclusively first on Switch, then maybe coming over to other platforms like PC with Octopath Traveler, and then also Bravely Default 2. This one seems to be, story-wise, seems to be the best one out of them. Now, yes, Octopath Traveler, it's great. It's really cool. The narrative is great and everything, but this seems to take it to the next step when it comes to the conviction stuff. They're infusing what I love about Fire Emblem Three Houses, some of the stuff that's there, some of the content and decisions and what you have to do, and some other games as well. Fire Emblem's a little bit different in terms of how they do it, but I love having that pick your own destiny, kind of go certain ways and have huge decisions based off of what you do. The old Mass Effect or BioWare type of stuff infused with the Japanese RPG, what Fire Emblem's been doing recently. It's a great mix, and I think that this is what's going to propel this game over what we've seen before when it comes to those big Square Enix AA type of RPGs on the Switch with Bravely Default 2 and also with Octopath Traveler. So I am terribly excited for this game. I think the trailer here is amazing. I think that you guys should all check out the demo that's currently available on the eShop. If you haven't checked it out yet, make sure you go play it, especially if you're into strategy RPGs or turn-based RPGs. This is a game to make sure that you look out for on your gaming radar. It's coming out early next year. I think it's going to be a March game. Yeah, so it is a March 4th 2022, so it's not going to be too much longer here that we get triangle strategy on our Nintendo Switch in this beautiful HD 2D, which, by the way, freaking pops on a OLED screen. So if you got the Switch OLED, or if you've got an OLED LG CX or a different type of OLED TV, this is going to look extremely nice on it, even based off of what we saw with that demo, which the graphics have been improved since then. So very good there. So what are your thoughts on this brand new trailer for Triangle Strategy? In addition to everything that we discussed, let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and we will see you for the next video. Peace out.